If you've made it to this reading, then this one I know is for you. This is a part of a collective that I've been tapping into a lot lately. Has been feeling very intense amounts of energy. So if you've been feeling very intense amounts of energy, lots of pressure around the chest, lots of pressure in the head, in the eyes as well, very upper chakra heavy. So the first card we have is Flag, talking about achievement, and Old Car, talking about overdue. I feel like this is a long overdue, I wouldn't even say like achievement, but a long overdue sort of recognition for the achievements that you have made in your life, period. I think it's not about, at this point for you, like someone seeing or recognizing in your physical reality. Like obviously that's nice, right? Is receiving recognition for your victories or the things that you've accomplished, right? Or someone saying you did a good job. That's always nice. But what I think you really are looking for is this recognition from source, or this proof from yourself, because it feels very self-driven. And like with the Old Car there, it feels like, you are very weary, you've been through a lot, you have a lot of wisdom, and I'm hearing recognition for wisdom as well, and just for enduring, you know what I mean, just for sticking to it, for being someone who has been this destroyer of generational patterns that have not sufficed for your family, for your people. And I'm here, like, so for some of you guys, this is not just like for your family, your generational line, but like for your race, possibly, or your culture, as a people. And it feels very potent, the energy that's coming with that. And I think it's like, I'm seeing this, and it reminds me of like Neil Armstrong, when he's like, one small step for man, a giant step for mankind, or whatever the quote is. But that's the feeling, is like you are that one giant step. So now we're moving into this card, and this card has been popping up so much, this Forked Road card. And when I see this, it's almost as though there is a shift into your lifetime, like this version of you, this lifetime, your soul chose the path of ease at this time. It's choosing the path of like, okay, I went through all the hard stuff, so I'm now choosing a different way to kind of handle this. I feel like some of you guys maybe even felt like ostracized, or that things weren't, it just, things weren't going your way for a lot of your life. And I feel like a lot of that is that past life stuff, but in this lifetime it was meant to like really heal that, and kind of like defeat that repetitive process of going through the same things. I hope this is making sense. I'm trying to like really be slow with how I talk so that I can, excuse me, confirmation burp, get the message across properly. But regardless, I think that this is, and I'm seeing someone like cutting a video, or like, say like you make a video and like you make a lot of edits to it. I feel like this is the final edit, or like, maybe you've been, you know chopping something up, like editing something, or I don't know, it just feels like that, right? But this is an alternative route that I think your soul is meant to take this time. And this is a part of like new, it's a totally new part, a totally new way of exploring life. Because I think your soul before was just choosing over and over again the same patterns, but you, for some reason, this time were able to break the pattern, like you broke it. So now you're kind of finding your own way. You're not being someone who's deeply affected by, the naysaying of other people, or the pressure of society. Like, you're someone who is on their own individual path. Very much Aries energy here. So if you are Aries, this is very much, or fire sign, this is very much a lot of where you have those placements. This is very much for you, because we're getting out of Earth this like stuck energy, which sometimes can come with like, fixed signs, if you have fixed signs in your chart, or earth signs as well. So you're kind of moving that around, right? We're moving that around. We all know that Pluto has just moved into Aquarius, so that is the air is like clearing out the dirt of that Capricorn Capricorn placement, that earth placement of like stagnancy, right? Um, and it's not all bad. Like, that's the thing. I think a lot of people are putting a lot of pressure on like what had happened before, but you're not looking at it that way either. You're seeing it as more of like that time when Pluto was in Capricorn. It was digging up all the crap and putting dust in the air like a big sandstorm, right? And showing everybody everything. So it was like we had to see it, we had to experience it. And so there was no avoiding it, you know what I mean? So now that air energy is coming in to clear things out, to kind of like move that dust out of the way so we can see with clarity now what we need to do or what is possible. So that's why we have the map here, because that's exploration coming through, right? And I feel like that's huge collective energy, but like for you specifically, it really is showing you that new perspectives on things. I also have the sword and scales here, which makes me think of, again, this Aquarius energy, and sword energy is air energy. So it's swiping it out. It's showing what's just and what's fair. So karmically, anything that was left, kind of like sour in that old timeline is really being shifted here into something positive, because you chose to address it. For those who have not chosen to address it, no worries, you got time. Okay, get started now. Okay, because it will only get more difficult if you don't address those things. But I feel like for you, this collective here that's here, you guys have dealt with it. You have been someone who's dug up, and you've been hands deep in the dirt, not afraid to get messy, and it's paying off. Like, that scale is coming into alignment with who you wanted to be, who you always wanted to be, who you always wanted to become. And the last card I have, guys, well, the last card of this set here, and then I'll get the last two cards, is the childhood card. And I think there is with this new way of looking at things, it's almost seeing things from like a childlike perspective, or a childlike innocence, not naivety, but just an innocence, a playfulness. Finding new friendships is what I'm hearing too, because it says growing friendships on here. So finding new friendships, finding new connections, finding and being able to see others. And I had a reading a while ago that was talking about a light in the middle of a dark space, and like that energy is coming in to clear out, all that dark energy, so that the light can find the other light, so that they can actually see each other. So hello, hi, we're seeing each other right now. Okay, the last cards are the checkered flag, okay, and this one that says happening soon. So I told you, it's happening, it's going on right now. Black cats could be significant, little dogs could be significant, familiars in general, like if you have a pet familiar, or you've been really drawn to animals lately, traveling with animals. Also, as you can see, like it looks like she's at a train station, so she's waiting on something to show up. So you could have been waiting on transportation, or like at a bus stop or something like that. But look at that. Isn't that amazing? Like, it's coming. I can hear like the train coming down the tracks through the tunnel. And the checkered flag, which is about completion. This is the finale. This is the end of that chapter, leading into a new chapter, and a feeling of relief coming with it. So I'm going to leave the message there. I hope this reached who it was meant to reach. I'm sending you off with so much love. Take care. Have a great rest of your day.